Eiffel, London. Eiffel, London.
This is Cougar Cassius for iFilm London. We're at a press lunch here in the middle of London somewhere. With me, I've got the CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, Richard Schaefer. Welcome to England, Richard. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Yeah. How long are you here for?
Going to be leaving tomorrow already, and I have to say I'm pretty sad. The weather is fabulous here in London, actually much better than in Los Angeles. So thinking about packing it in my suitcase tomorrow and take the weather home.
You can't take that away with you, Richard. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here? Obviously, we're here with Frank Warren. A lot of the British press are here. Can you tell us what you're doing here?
Well, we have announced today that BoxNation is going to carry live the big showdown on May 5th between pound-for-pound great and king Floyd Money Mayweather and Miguel Cotto. Great fight, 154-pound world championship fight for Miguel Cotto's world title. So Floyd Mayweather moving up in weight for only the second time. The first time almost spelled disaster for him. He fought Oscar De La Hoya. It was a split decision. Some people actually felt that Oscar won the fight. So this is only the second time, and he's going in against a very strong fighter with Miguel Cotto, who is coming off the biggest win of his career against Antonio Margarito, a guy who loves to go to the body. Big body puncher, who is a strong guy, tremendous jab, and that's exactly what gave Mayweather problems in the De La Hoya fight. So a very, very interesting matchup. And then the co-feature is the new Mexican star, Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican redhead, who must have some British roots somewhere, against one of the all-time greats, Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley, legendary fighter, with the back against the wall, knowing that this is do or die for him. Canelo Alvarez, 21 years young, going in against a veteran like that, clearly the biggest test of his career. Question is, can Mosley turn back the clock and become world champion again? Or is Saul Alvarez, the youth going to carry the day? Another interesting, fascinating matchup. Those two together on one bill in one night. It's like two pay-per-view events in one, two main events in one. And to see those four names, Mayweather, Cotto, Mosley and Alvarez on one card, is what we're calling Ring Kings. And so I really can't wait for May 5th. And so that's one part of the reason why I'm here. And the other part is we are going to expand our relationship with Frank and with BoxNation. Golden Boy will be providing 2 events per month from the United States to BoxNation subscribers and fight fans here in the UK. It will be one of our premium events, either HBO or Showtime level fight with some of our stars, and the other one will be some of our young emerging stars, which are showcased on some of the other television platforms we do fights with in the UK. So at least 2 fights per month from Golden Boy on BoxNation.
Richard, I asked you earlier the possibility of Mayweather and Alvarez getting into the ring together if they come through their respective fights. Can you see this being their next fight, possibly later on in the year?
It could be, but again, there's a big if, and you can really put if in capital letters. Mayweather has a tough fight, Alvarez has a tough fight, so it's really just speculation. Mayweather is facing some legal issues as well. Looks like he's going to have to report to jail on June 1st, so we'll have to see how the whole thing is going to play out. But definitely Saul Alvarez is asking us almost weekly, I want Mayweather, I want Mayweather. And you know, we're open to that. We're open to that. Saul is a young, strong fighter, and so we're definitely open to that.
Okay. The most talked about fight of recent years that hasn't happened yet, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. In your opinion, Richard, is this fight ever going to happen, or is this something we're just going to talk about for the rest of our lives?
You know what they say never. So I'm not going to say it's never going to happen. I actually think eventually it is going to happen. I think it's going to happen when Pacquiao is towards the end of his career. Floyd clearly wants to fight, wants to make it happen, but it takes two. It takes two to tango, so you know, he can't do it alone, and I hope that eventually we can pull it off.
Richard, can you just clarify what the actual problem is regarding to this? Because obviously a lot of people talk about this drug test and other things. What is the main stumbling block for this fight?
Well, I think the key is going to be, and Mayweather actually made it clear through his Twitter account, that if Aaron wants to get the fight done, he should give me a call. And my phone hasn't been ringing yet. Bob is trying to come up with all sort of...
You sure you ain't got it on silent?
Nah, believe me, I don't. So I haven't received any calls yet, and you know, if Bob is interested to get that fight done, he knows that we can get the fight done, but he's going to have to sit down with me and negotiate it, and he hasn't done that yet, and that shows you that he really doesn't want to do the fight. The fact is, you know, Top Rank and Golden Boy, we've done many big fights together. Once we sit in a room, we have so far always gotten the big fights done, and the fact that Aaron is sort of like saying, well, I don't know who to talk to, and, you know, things like that. These are all excuses, and they keep on coming up with excuses, and we frankly got tired of them.
We missed you at the Khan-Peterson press conference in London recently. David Iskowicz said you was unwell. Is that true, yes?
Yes, I had actually pneumonia. I was for almost 2 weeks in bed on the doctor's order. I wasn't allowed to travel, so I couldn't come. I would have loved to come. You know, I always like to come to England. I like to be with Amir and you know, catch up with the fight fans and with the media and so on. So I couldn't come, so I'm here a couple of weeks later.
Are you all right now, though?
I'm fine now, thank you.
Oh, that's good. Peterson and Khan, the rematch, everyone wanted to see it's come about so quickly after the first fight. You know, this is a chance for Lamont to say, hey, look, I did win that fight, and a chance for Amir Khan to redeem himself after, you know, probably not showing his best performance in the first fight.
Well, yes, I mean, first of all, I remember when we did the first fight, when we had the press conference here in London, I said, when I introduced Lamont Peterson, I said, Lamont Peterson is one of the fighters with the biggest heart. When he goes down, he comes up. And when he comes up, he knows how to make adjustments. And funny enough, that's exactly what happened. Very smart fighter, big heart, never gives up, very talented fighter. And so it's going to be another difficult night for Amir. But let's just quickly look back at the first fight. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Lamont. As I said, he's a terrific fighter, but Amir Khan won that fight. And that has nothing to do with the man in the hat and all these other things. I mean, the fact is, the referee deducted 2 points for pushing. To deduct 1 point for pushing is unheard of. But to deduct 2 points for pushing is frankly ridiculous. So it was an experienced ref, an experienced commission, and if the ref would have deducted only 1 point, Amir would have gotten the win. If he would have deducted no points, then he would have been an even bigger win for Amir. So the fact is, Amir didn't lose the fight, but now he finds himself in a position to try to set the record straight. Obviously, Lamont Peterson got a lot of momentum behind him, becoming world champion, getting awarded with the win. You know, he's going into that rematch with a lot of momentum. He is not going to want to lose these belts. For Amir Khan, he finds himself under a lot of pressure because he's got to win that fight. And he wanted that rematch. He made it clear to me. There was no if, no but. There was nobody else. Get me Lamont Peterson. That was his mandate, and that's what he wanted. He didn't want to have it in the next fight or the fight after. No, he wanted it in the next fight, and that's exactly what we did. We were able to pull it off. So now Amir is going to need to make some adjustments, and he's going to need to use his skills so that he can really. He has to fight a smarter fight. He has to fight a smarter fight, and it's going to be a hell of a night.
All right, Richard, thank you very much for talking to iFilm London. Like I said, the link up with Frank Warren and Golden Boy means that we can watch your fights here, so it's very exciting for us. So It's all good, Richard.
Thank you very much. We're excited to be able to showcase our young fighters, our stars here on BoxNation, and I look forward to hopefully being back in London very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. And remember the name I Film London. That's us. Just remember it. You'll be hearing about us.
I Film London.
That's
All
it.
right, good.
Remember the name.
I will.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
I Film London. I Film London.